thank everyone. She's going to come up. I know where she is. Where is she? I don't see her.
We are recording.
Yeah, Claire.
We are recording.
Yeah. She's supposed to come up here. We want to say a few words, everybody.
Can folks congregate into here? We got a little bit of a photo op, so the more people that we can get together, sitting in this room.
And my voice doesn't carry very well, so.
Yeah. Come on in.
Right.
Make yourselves at home. We got room on the couch over here. A couple of people here. All right.
I'm coming.
You're coming.
Love you.
You
be much better.
You want to start, or do you want me to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to speak loud.
I know. Can you hear me?
You'll have to wait a little bit for the shots at the end, so.
Sibilant. Okay, that.
We'll give you something to hang on to.
Hold on.
You'll be fine.
I know. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. We're so grateful that you could join us because there's not a lot of family from the Montgomerys today, although they'd all like to be here. So I just want to say that initially. Thank you for joining. I want to start with a poem. And it's a very traditional Irish poem. And I think Rob would really appreciate it. Death is nothing at all. I have only slipped away to the next room. I am I and you are you. Whatever we were to each other, that we still are. Call me by my old familiar name. Speak to me in the easy way which you always used. Put no difference in your tone. Wear no forced air of solemnity or sorrow. Laugh as we always laughed at the little jokes we enjoyed together. Play, smile, think of me. Pray for me. Let my name be ever the household word that it always was. Let it be spoken without effect, without the trace of a shadow on it. Life means all that it ever meant. It is the same that it ever was. There is absolute, unbroken continuity. Why should I be out of mind because I am out of your sight? I am but waiting for you for an interval, somewhere, very near, just around the corner. All is well.
We love you, Rob. Thank you, Claire.
And I think that Rob would be happy. He knows we're going to have some tears today because we miss him dearly. But he wouldn't want us to cry. He was the most celebratory, loving, life-loving person that probably any of us ever met, and probably lived 4 lifetimes in one. Some of it I don't know about. I'm sure Arnie will share some stories privately I don't want to know about. Unfortunately, my brother and sister, Simon and Jillian, can't be here. Simon is a little ill, but he's fine. He's very sad that he wasn't able to attend today, but he wanted me to read something to everyone. Give me just a second. I will pull it up.
I'm preparing. I'm up next, so I'm getting prepared here.
This is from Simon. Robbo, as I affectionately called him, in memory of one of his folk song heroes, will be profoundly missed. Whenever you walked into the house or met Rob, you were greeted with a genuine smile and instantly made to feel welcome. He wore his Scottish accent like a badge, which he frequently put to good use at a few pubs with a pint of Guinness or several. It didn't matter if you had never tasted Guinness, Robbo would eventually make you a believer. A few people here know that. And you would never go back. Maybe that was his calling. Rob was always there to help, encourage, and teach if you were willing to learn. I know I found myself learning a lot from Rob. Arnie, his closest friend, and I would often sit around with Rob and tell him that he should write a book. He would always reply, no one would believe one person did all that in this amount of time. I wish he had written that book. The adventures Rob undertook were amazing. Throughout my life, Rob has always been a pivotal part of it, and our family has lost something that's not easily put into words. Your nephew, Simon. And from my sister, Jillian. Rob was truly one of a kind. He had a mischievous spirit, a rebellious streak, and a glint of bedevilment in his eyes that said life was never going to be ordinary. As kids, we listened in awe to Rob's adventures and funny stories told in his Scottish brogue. Rob lived larger than life, and always with a great big smile. He was a cherished and kind-hearted uncle. I miss him greatly. But his contagious laugh, adventurous spirit, and stories will stay with me. Thank you, Rob, for showing me that the best lives are lived with a little mischief, a sense of wonder, and a heart open to the world. I will cherish you in my memories always. Love you, Jillian. Oh, and a good shot of Wisers. So.
Very nice.
Arnie's going to speak, and he's not going to cry. But if anyone has any stories, we would encourage you from wherever you are, sitting, standing, to share something. Rob would love it, and he'd love you to enjoy the day and remember all the good stuff and the wonderful life he had.
Agreed.
Okay.
Well, I don't have one of these well-prepared written ones because obviously I'm here standing in front of you rather than sitting back and writing it in a text, which is not easy as well because my wife earlier on today, here I go.
Oh, come up. You got it.
Give me a second.
Take all the time you want. He wants to see you happy.
Yeah, I know. Just give me a second, I apologize.
No apology necessary.
To the friendship that you and Rob had.
To the friendship.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do want to say a few more things though, because.
Let's do this first toast.
Okay, let's do the first toast.
Do a toast. Do the first toast.
Hey, we're like his son. On that.
Thank you.
Cheers. Good.
Yeah, that helps.
So that helped a bit. So Rob and I met some 36 years ago. I was a young man looking for a job, and it's ironic today we're going through the same type of tariff issues between countries that have always been allies of the U.S. and tariffs are put there for a particular reason, try to balance out free, equal trade for all countries involved. But back in 1988, there was something called the North American Free Trade Agreement that reduced tariffs on the border. And why that's important is I lost my job as a marine mechanic at Mercury Outboards Marine Limited, and I had a young family, and I was looking for a job, had to supply. So Rob said, hey, a person went there and said, if you have people that you know come in to be a mechanic, we're looking for good people. So I went in, applied for the job, hit it off with Rob right away until the very end of the interview. He said, there's some welding involved here. We do fabrication, we mount these ESUs, and you have to know how to weld. And I said, Rob, if you're looking for a welder, you're not looking for me. And he said, are you willing to learn? I said, sure, I'm willing to learn, but I'm not going to tell you I know how to weld, because the first day I come to work, you're going to ask me to weld, and I'm not going to be able to weld, and I'm not going to embarrass myself or you. And he said, no, fine. Start Monday. So he did. So for weeks on end, we'd stay after work, and Rob taught me how to MIG weld. That's not the only thing Rob taught me. He taught me about hydraulics, pneumatics, drive systems, hydrostatic systems, fittings, why they were called that, why there was different angles and pitches, hydraulic fittings from all over the world, British standard pipe parallel, tapered threads, gauze threads. I could look at a fitting and I tell you exactly the thread pitch, pretty close without a thread pitch gauge, why it was called that, why the angle was there, where they determined that. But more importantly, Rob taught me a couple values that I'll never forget. And I want to share some of those with you. He said, people are your best asset. They're your best tool in the box. Treat the people that work for you as you want to be treated. You're always going to have bad apples now and then. You get rid of those and move on. But the people, you treat them as if they're the best tools in your toolbox. And I try to do that even today with the people that work for me, for the company I work for today. He also taught me you can make more money with a pen than you can make with a wrench. You still have to have the knowledge to do that. But if you have the basic knowledge and still be able to use a pen and talk, you're going to make a lot more earnings. Because of those couple rules, I've been able to support my family very well over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Rob at first was my boss, but very soon after we became very good friends. Right after that, he became part of our family. He was an uncle to my kids. His wife, who passed 20 years previous, was an aunt to them. I gotta do this for him.
They're looking down on you, smiling.
I know. We spent endless Thanksgivings and Christmases and Easters together. Rob also thought he was a golfer. And when I say thought, in his mind he thought, but Rob enjoyed just being out there.
Yeah.
He would have a cigar from the time he got out of the car at the golf course to the time he got back in. And for years, I'd have to be his partner. And it was okay because I endured all that pain and enjoyment with plenty of whiskey and my younger days and everything else. It was like a mobile bar. But so he taught me a lot of patience over those years, I could assure you. Another thing he taught me, outside of all the skills, mechanical skills, and he was a very good tradesman. His brothers are excellent tradesmen. Jillian's father, Bill, and his other brother, Eugene, in Australia. They are probably the smartest people I ever have known in regards to being a mechanic, not a technician, a mechanic, understanding what's wrong and how to fix it, how to do it with the simplest tool. I mean, with body fill, not using body Bondo stuff, but filling it with solder and body works and the tools in there. And some people look at the tools, they haven't even got a clue what that tool's for, right? These people are craftsmen. They can make anything out of nothing. Rob had a famous saying, and he shared this with me early on in a poem, and we're in his office many times, and the poem went, "We the willing are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much for so long with so little. We are now qualified to do anything with nothing." And we did that many, many times when I worked for Rob and Johnson in Canada, when customers were waiting for a unit and the customer showed up early because our salespeople committed to something that they couldn't deliver. They didn't even have a clue. I'm surprised they didn't know how to spell the name Johnson, but the customer was there and their driver was there, and Rob never had to ask any of us to stay. We did it for Rob. We did it because we weren't going to let Rob down. Now, did he repay us after? Oh, sure. We went for the finest dinners. And for the finest Guinness and whiskeys you can imagine. I mean, but carrying on, very much so, not only like I said, Rob was a family member, a friend, he was a mentor, and many times a second father to me. And, hang on, to my kids, he was Uncle Rob.
Yeah.
And he used to come over. I remember one time on Christmas Eve, we were up till 4 a.m. playing pool. And Rob always thought he was a good billiard player, just like he thought he was a golfer. And he lost every single game. And we were playing, I think it was like $5 a game, $10 a game. And then near the end of the night, he just said, "Look," and he just threw his wallet right in the full of the pool table. And Rob always had to have money. To his last day, he always had to have money in his pocket, in his wallet. And he was in an assisted living spot, but he had his wallet in his pocket. I said, "Rob, where are you going? There's nothing to buy here. Everything is paid for." But he always had to have money in his wallet. And he just took his wallet out like this, and he goes, "Here." And he just threw it in the middle of the pool table. He goes, just might as well take it all. He says, I'm not going to win nothing. How he stays. And then Pam came down, and it was Christmas Eve, and it was Christmas Day at this time, 4 a.m. She goes, do you know what time it is? And we said, no. She goes, it's 4 a.m. And I go, well, now I know what time it is. And I said, Rob, I think we better go upstairs because we got to get up like an hour. The kids are going to get up, and Santa's coming, right? But in all seriousness, Rob is in a better place now. He's back with his love of his life, Katie, right? They're looking down upon us. And I don't think today, I don't want to say goodbye. I just want to say we meet again. I love you, Rob. Cheers.
Love you, Rob.
Love you, Rob.
Good. Thank you, Arnie. Good job.
Thanks, Arnie. That was wonderful. I don't know if everybody knows they're on camera up there, but we're sending a video off to Eugene and Doreen out in Australia who couldn't make it today. So we send them all of our love and know that we're all here to celebrate Rob. Thanks, Arnie. And we're going to sign the guest list.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a story or a funny anecdote, something you want to share with Eugene and Doreen because they can't be here today, please take a page, write a page if you want. We're going to send it to Eugene and Doreen because they weren't able to travel. And we're going to share with everyone a Google Drive, all the pictures. You can upload pictures if you want so we can all share it and share it with the family that can't be here.
Right.
So, many thanks. I know you are all a cherished part of Rob's life. And I know you all cherished him. So,
I just want to share
Thank
one
you
last
so much.
thing, if I could.
okay.
Rob lived life with no regrets.
No, not
He
one.
said, if you're not
One.
living life on the edge, you're taking up too much space. And I can assure you, for ones that want to stay a little later, I'm sure some will be. There's a lot of stories I could share that are very interesting. But he did have, not for your ears, Claire. And there's some I'll never be able to share with him because I promised my buddy they'll never be told again. But he did have one regret, and this summarizes Rob's life. He had one regret in life, and this describes Rob to a T. And I said, what is your regret, Rob? I always thought, well, you didn't have any kids, because him and his wife couldn't have any kids, and he loved having kids, and his nieces, nephews, my kids, he adopted them, him and Katie. They would give him the penny jars they go through, keep him busy and stuff like that. We got multiple pictures of Katie with our kids sitting in the lab, stuff like that. I said, what regret do you have? You do everything. Because Rob was like, if he would say, oh, you want to do that? You want to go to John Fogerty? Yeah, sure, Rob, why not? All right, let's go. And he'd go up to the ticket thing, and he'd go, what are your best you have? Oh, front row, $5,000, no problem. And we're sitting front row, John Fogerty. That's how Rob was, because he says, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You may not be there.
Yeah.
Right? So he would just be like that. He would be so gracious now. But he had one regret in life. And I said, Rob, what is that? He says, I was too young and I couldn't save up enough money to go to Woodstock. He wanted to go to Woodstock, but he just got back to Scotland, and he didn't have enough money saved because people aren't rich back then. Everybody's hardworking.
Yeah.
We were hardworking people. I never got nothing. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Everything we have, we worked our ass off for. Rob and his family, and the stories he's told me, were hardworking people, honest people, right? Making honest living. But that's the only regret he had in life, and that describes Rob to a T. He never made it to Woodstock, and he's so pissed off to this day. But buddy, we're going to celebrate one day when we get up there. Thank you for all coming and making this a very special day, in Rob's life. Matt?
One closing request. Situated around Arnie, Pam maybe as well, up in the front facing this way, I'd like to take one still shot of everybody that we can share with Simon.
That would be
and
nice.
Dean and Doreen
Yeah.
and everybody else.
Perfect.
If you can more or less congregate in this view.
Because the camera's up above the...
Tall people in the back. Tall people in the back. Yeah, squeeze in. Just everybody come in and sit down.
I didn't make